What's good YouTube, welcome back to another video, and today I'll be walking you through the whole Firebase tutorial, as late as it is. But without further ado, I'll be making this quick and easy for anyone who may have trouble on these steps, and hopefully anyone who hasn't done it yet will finally be able to do it, or if you already have, then good for you, and let's get right into it. The first step to starting this Easter egg is of course the same as many maps, and that's to turn on the power. And if you don't know how to do that, you basically have to enter this portal from where you spawn by opening this door and heading up to this shiny purple portal. Once you get through, you'll see that there's 3 doors you can open, so basically 3 different ways you can approach it. Each area has ether reactors that need to be charged up, so let's start by going to the left side and heading through these 2 doors and start charging up these ether reactors. Once you finish charging up the ether reactors, you notice the bars on the top left are gone, and then it'll activate and vanish the zombies in the area. Doesn't kill them, so don't worry, they'll just respawn. Anyways, once you charge up all 3 ether reactors in PEX Lab, Data Center, and Military Command Center, you can now proceed to the real Easter egg steps. The first step once you're done turning on the power is you need to go back to the village and activate Pack Punch simply by walking up close to it. Once it activates, head back to the other side and go to Peck's window, which will now be open, and talk to Peck. Weaver and him are going to have a small conversation. Once you finish that, Ravnov is going to tell you that he has an idea that will make Peck sing like a bird or something like that. Head over to the village and hold your reload button to talk to Ravnov through his window, and he'll say a small dialogue, and then he'll give you his ID badge. What you're going to need to do is look for 3 white lockers across the map that look like this, and the first one's going to be right here, and you need to pick up 3 different canisters that will be in each one of these lockers. Second one's going to be in the building beside Peck's lab, and it'll be in this little tight spot right over here, so make sure you do not have a train of zombies while doing this, because it will be very easy to get trapped and go down. The third one's going to be in the colonel's office right here on the left, and that's all of them. The second step is you need to take them all to the field hospital that's located right beside the data center, and in this building you want to take it to this table right here, and it'll prompt you to hit your reload button. Then once you do, stay on your guard because a lot of hellhounds will spawn, and it can be very difficult to stay alive, especially if you don't have jug or armor. Anyways, once you take care of the hellhounds, then it will prompt you to press your reload button again to add the gas device canister, and once you do that, you can now pick it up and head to the next step. After that, you want to head towards Peck's lab and go to the roof where you'll see this little AC vent, and then it will prompt you to press your reload button once more to place the gas device that you created on top of it so that it can go through the vents. Now that you've done that, you basically drug Peck and he'll be hallucinating, and he's going to give you a little dialogue, and after about a few seconds you can go up to his window and talk to him once more. After you talk to him, he's going to tell you that you need Sokolov, Bronze, and Zabine for their trackers and Max's ID tag, but unfortunately they're dead, but they've been reincarnated as mimics. Peck's going to tell you to head over to the data center, and then he'll tell you that there's going to be something there that might be able to help you. That something is memory capture devices, which you can pick up right here. Reminder, this will take up your tactical slot, so make sure you're prepared because it can be possible that you throw down your tactical in emergencies and then you realize that you just threw a memory capture device. So make sure you remember because it can be pretty fried. Once you get your first capturing device, you will need to capture 3 mimics, but the thing is only 1 mimic spawns per level, and they spawn in very specific places. So yes, this will take up 3 levels, but it's not the worst thing if you're doing this early. There is no order to which one comes first, it's all totally random for each game. The 3 areas that it can spawn in is in the village on the top floor right here, the field that's right in front of the weapons lab right over here, and in the military command center. How you'll know where the first ones will be, including the second and third one of course, is if you go up to any of the 3 areas that I listed after you picked up your capture device, you'll see a whole bunch of fake props in the area like a chopper gunner or basically any tactical, lethal, or score streaks items, even salvage or high grade salvage. And that's how you know that's where the first mimic is going to be. Run by all those fake items and one of them should transform into a mimic like they always do, and that's the mimic you have to capture. Anyways, once you capture the mimic by throwing your capturing device and double tapping your reload button, and of course remember to weaken it to low life before attempting to catch it. Literally like a Pokemon, you need to take that capturing device back to the lab and insert it into the machine you got the capturing device from. And take another one for the second one and do the same thing and weaken it and capture it, and obviously bring it back to the machine and take one more capturing device for the last one, and once you catch that last mimic wherever it was for you, you just want to bring it back to the machine and insert it. Just a side note that there is a time limit on this, so if you capture one, you do have to insert it within like a minute or 2. So if you're running around killing zombies while you have one on you that's captured, it will escape if you keep it on you for too long, so remember to insert it right away. After that, once Weaver gives you the okay that it was the correct one after a few seconds, this floppy disk is going to pop out. That signifies you've done it right and you're good to go for the next step. The next step is of course, since you got the floppy disk, I'm sure you noticed that when you picked it up it was one among 3 items that you have yet to find, and we're going to go grab those right now. But you want to take this floppy disk and take it to the building beside Peck's lab on the top floor where the armor building station is, and insert it right over here. Once you do that, you'll notice that the door to the OPC, aka the big dome right here, is going to open up, and you just need to walk in the room until this portal shows up. It's going to power up and then disappear, and that's when Weaver's going to tell you to talk to Peck once more to see what you can do. In the meantime, you can grab the shovel that you will need, aka one of the 3 parts including the floppy disk, and that's going to be right beside Peck's office in the jungle defense area. So if you're to walk opposite of Peck's office, you'll go straight to this little mini house. It'll be laying on this barrel right here, and you want to pick that right up because you'll need it for the next step. Once Peck is talking, he's going to tell you that you need to put more power into the ether reactors by getting Ethereum crystals for each one and supercharging it for the portal to show up. The same ones we charged up in the beginning with dead zombies, but this time there's going to be a different obstacle for each one, and they're not that hard. So once Peck is finished talking, Ravnov's going to tell you that he has a machine that people used back in the day to dig this type of stuff up, and it's in a locker inside Peck's lab. That locker is literally right beside Peck's window. You do have to wait for him to stop talking because he's going to read a code out to you, but you don't literally need to put in that code. You just need to go up to it once he's done speaking and press your reload button. This is an ether meter, and you're going to be needing this along with the wonder weapon, the K84. They've always made it a thing to always include the map's wonder weapon in the Easter egg quest so that more people can use it, and this is that step for Firebase Z. Let's start off with Peck's lab. To get this Ethereum Crystal, you're going to want to come to this corner outside the lab area in the open lot, and it'll prompt you to press your reload button, and this ether canister is going to pop up, and then all of a sudden a bunch of canisters are going to pop up. Now this can be a little hard if you have zombies chasing you, but if you have the K already, the bomb blast features will come in handy if you get trapped or anything. Now if you can't tell, you do need to pick up one out of all of those canisters because the rest of them are fake, and if you pick up the wrong one, you will have to wait a whole other level to attempt to try this again. Now as you can tell, all these crystals have black aura around them except for one. The ones with the black aura around it is the one you don't want. You'll eventually find the one that has no aura whatsoever, and it'll just be a purple crystal alone, or a blue crystal, whatever you think it is. I promise that it won't be that hard to find it. Once you find it, you can go on ahead and pick it up and then insert it straight into the ether reactor. You can also hold on to it while you get the other two and insert them all at once, but honestly it doesn't even really matter. Anyways, you're done for Peck's lab. Again, there is no order in doing this, I'm just showing it to you in this order. The one for the data center is probably the easiest one of them all, and you basically got to come to this corner right under the stairs that take you to the data center. In this corner, press your reload button and the ether canister is going to pop out, and this is the one you will need the K84 for. So make sure you have the bomb blast function turned on. I'm not sure what it's called exactly, but you need to have that turned on. The little canister will be flying away in this area, but what you need to do is shoot it with the K bomb blast so that it slows it down, and run up to it and catch it, because if you try to casually walk up to it and pick it up, it'll just keep moving until you realize that this is what you have to do. So look, as I do it here, you just need to shoot it once and act fast and go up to it and pick it up. Once you pick it up, you want to do the same thing and take it to the ether reactor in the data center and insert it in yourself. The last one, which is the military command center, is possibly the hardest one of them all, but in general, like I said, it's not that hard at all as long as you have the weapons to protect you. This one's going to be all the way in the actual defense area where the assault wave portals would spawn, and you just want to walk up to it in the middle right over here, and it'll prompt you to press your reload button to dig up the last and final Ethereum canister. But there's a catch. There's going to be a little yellow dome that spawns around you, and I'm sure you probably already put this together that you can't leave that area or else you'll slowly start losing health. So make sure you're ready to go in there for war. Not really, but a whole lot of hellhounds will spawn, and a few zombies will spawn in too, and you'll have 2 to 4 mangas that will spawn as well. You need to kill all of them, and again, stay in the yellow bubble because there is no running out once you walk in. Once you get rid of all the zombies, especially the mangas, because I believe they're the ones that matter the most, the yellow dome should disappear and you will now be able to pick up the Ethereum canister. Go ahead and insert it into the ether reactor at the military command center, and then you should hear or see the map shake up a little bit once you insert whichever one you did as your third one. After that, Weaver will tell you to head back to the portal, and once you do, it's gonna start powering up, but then it'll disappear. And that's when you and Weaver realize that Peck betrayed you from the beginning because the gas chemicals that we used to drug him were not actually mixed properly, and therefore he was able to come back to his senses earlier than we anticipated. Now he's gonna explain how he fooled us and that we're basically screwed to get Max's back. Well, she's screwed technically, but anyways, after about 20 seconds, Weaver should start talking again, and he's gonna come up with a plan that may be able to open the portal up to rescue Samantha. By using satellites in the room where we put the floppy disk, we may be able to realign the satellites to power up that portal to free up Samantha. So this is the final step before you head into the boss battle. Yes, this is the last step, so make sure you have the guns you want and that you have everything you'll need. What you need to do is you need to realign the satellites, and it may seem hard, but basically, as you can see, there are different dots on this map, and you need to hover over each one until you find the one that shows the black and white question mark. This is also different in every game, so sometimes it may be the first one you do or the last one you do. And by the way, zombies can attack you while you're doing this, so if you're playing co-op mode, have one of your buddies distract the zombies while one you do the satellite realigning, or if you're playing by yourself, you will need to act fast, or you can throw a decoy or monkey, whatever works for you. Once you find the question mark, you're going to want to select that dot, and if everything works out, you'll hear this dialogue from Peck, and if you want to go outside to see some more fireworks, or I should say red beams that will be connecting from all 3 ether reactors to the portal, then Weaver's going to say to go back to the portal and hold your reload button on this desk, and that's it. You have now completed the Firebase Z main Easter egg quest. Congratulations, I've done this about 100 times, and doing it once more for this video was sickening, but also super fun considering how easy it is at this point. But again, this boss fight is fun. It is pretty hard to lose in it unless you don't shoot Orda at all, but I have belief in all of you that you can all do it. Orda is shit, he's trash, he's literally made out of shit, so there's no way you should lose to him because at the end of the day, he sucks. Anyways, that's it for this video. If this video helped you out in any way, give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you have any specific video requests regarding Cold War or Warzone. I'll be sure to get to it, and I can't believe I have to say this, but if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel because I will be uploading every single day, so expect some new content 24/7. Until next time, I'll catch you all in another one. Peace.